Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV. I still remain your favorite podcaster, Olanrewaju Abodurin. Today, I have the Liverpool guys right here. Sheon is back on the podcast, and also Wale is back on the podcast. But before we go on, I want to say a very big thank you to the listeners and the followers that have been following us on Gold Rush Football Podcast, and also those that have been watching us on Gold Rush Football TV. I want to say a very big thank you to you. The season is coming to an end, and we've been doing this all the way back from June, and then till now it's almost a year, running this back and forth. Your support is very, very essential to you, and you guys have been doing that. Let me bring on the guys and let's start this and let's go. Wale, how you doing?
I'm good. It's always good to be back on Gold Rush Football TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Sheon Wafa, how you doing?
I did good. I got happy to be back. Happy to talk about sports. Happy to talk about football with you guys.
Yeah, and as you all know, Sheon and Wale, they are Liverpool fans, and then they are part of the at the end of the season. If the last game of the season will be played within the champions, that's talking about Arsenal or Manchester City, they might be doing the guard of honor, but it's not the case this time around. Sorry for that. Guys, let's start with this. It's over 2 weeks now that we saw the rumors and the news and the confirmation of Liverpool going for Arne Slot. That's the successor of Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
Jurgen Klopp announced back in was it in February that he was
he's leaving.
He's leaving. Yeah.
He's running out of energy.
He's running out of energy. He wants his sabbatical, and then at the end of the day, the Liverpool faithfuls, the emotional part of the game came up, and Liverpool had to look for someone, and the news broke 2 weeks ago that Liverpool are in search for a coach, and they found their man in Arne Slot. Now, let me ask the Liverpool guy, when you saw the news about Arne Slot, I know we've been having conversation on this podcast about who should be the successor of Jurgen Klopp. We talked about Xabi Alonso. Maybe Xabi Alonso will be will be a very good option for Liverpool, but unfortunately, the Bayer Leverkusen coach chose to stay with Bayer Leverkusen, and he said he's not leaving. Even the German champion Bayern Munich tried to sign Alonso, but he said he wasn't going to leave. That he's still faithful with his Bayer Leverkusen side. How do you guys feel when you saw the news about Arne Slot? I was going to go first.
Well, honestly, I felt surprised because Alonso was the right man we were looking to get at that time. But since we didn't get Alonso, there was still this rumor that was going that we could get Ruben Amorim, and
right.
And unfortunately, we just saw that Amorim was. When I saw the news, I was surprised though. Arne Slot, I was like, "Who is Arne Slot? Who is Arne Slot?" Then, from who is Arne Slot, I went to check on Amorim. I saw he's already meeting with West Ham. He flew to Chelsea. Okay, let's see what Arne Slot has to offer. Then I started digging deep in his, in his career, what he has achieved so far, his style of play. But I can't really judge him. Because I didn't really watch Feyenoord football. So let us see him bring his own football into Liverpool. Then we can now judge him and say some things about him.
Wale.
That's true. I think I saw two of his games. The Europa Conference final.
Right.
And I saw tactics on display. So that gave me some sort of confidence that this guy knows, his job. I know it's a different ball game. The Eredivisie is different from the EPL, but I believe he has what it takes. He has won the league in Holland. He has won the KMBV trophy, and also been to the Conference League final. That's some profile.
Yeah.
So I believe we already have what it takes. He just needs to come in and fit into the system.
Well, talking about fitting, Wale, I'm still going to stay with you. Is it a step forward or it's a step in decline for Liverpool FC? Because we're looking at a Jurgen Klopp, succeeding Jurgen Klopp. We all know it's not going to be a very smooth and easy task for the new coach coming in. Yeah. And then looking at the options and looking at the markets, Liverpool settling for, it's likely to be 89. It's not 100% right now because it's not yet on Liverpool official website. But based on rumors and based on everything, it's looking at, we can say it's 95% done right now. So is it a big tax, or is it going to feel a very big shoe, and then is it a step backward or forward for Liverpool with that kind of coach profile? This is not one of the top 5 coach in the world right now. And based on the competition in EPL, do you think this guy will succeed in Liverpool? I mean, this is an hypothetical analysis right now.
So if you look at Jurgen Klopp, I think most of the coaches that did not get chosen by Liverpool were scared of what he has done, and they are looking at, do I think I can fill this position? But I feel that this man has everything, because one thing is you need to have the confidence. Of all the coaches that Liverpool interviewed, he was the one that was like willing to take up the job. Like, I want this job. I've always dreamt of this club, So I believe it's going to be a big shoe, but I believe he can fill it. The question I will ask is, who knew Guardiola before he took Barcelona? Did he ever coach at any big club? No, but he came to Barcelona. He was in Barcelona for his first season, and he showed the world how football is played. So it depends on what you have within yourself. If you have the tactics, and this guy that we're talking about, Arne Slot, is known for his tactical abilities, acumen.
He plays some good football.
Go and watch some of the goals. Feyenoord scores goals. He's known for his attacking abilities. So it's going to be like what we are used to. It's just seeing what the outcome or the output of every season is going to look like. But I believe in him that I don't think he's going to fail.
I think she'll think otherwise.
No, I don't think he's going to fail too. I don't think he's going to fail because, firstly, when I saw his press conference, he was willing to take the job. And
because this is a man that even before Liverpool and the news got circulated,
he was assuring people that
he's been telling the press that you know what, Liverpool fans, Liverpoul members, the board,
I'm going.
They are here in fan,
they are
talking. So I mean, he's so confident and so bold. Is it that he's pushing his head into something that is too big for him, or it's just the zeal, or he has his passion? So I want to get that.
This is what I would say. I don't see him not succeeding. And I'll say some reasons why I don't see him not succeeding. So you still have some part of the team.
He has the entire team.
Yes.
He has the entire team.
And Liverpool as a whole, I think getting what is the name of this guy? Getting Julian Ward back, getting Michael Edward back.
Fixing the
structures, and I know they are going to sign players.
Of course.
They are going to invest. And so you still have some part of the squad still there. Like Salah is going to, I hope Salah is going to sign another 1-year contract. I hope Virgil van Dijk sign another contract. I know Arnold is going nowhere. So I think he's still going to succeed. But I'm not expecting an immediate turnaround from him. I know it will take a process, but I believe if Liverpool owners support him like the way they supported Jurgen Klopp, he will succeed.
Well, since you've mentioned the players now, let's just dive into the players, at Liverpool and the contracts which you just talked about, you said he's going to be inheriting, a very full squad. But most of those players, some of their contracts are running out. Some are still pending. Like some are not willing right now. I think they are waiting for the coach to get there. I mean, at what percentage do you think this Liverpool squad will still be the same next season? Talking about the ins and outs. Which of the players do you think will be, will still want to stay with this club? Or will think, well, I think I'm done. I need to find, because the contracts are speaking. That is why I want us to talk about that. So, which of these players do you think will still be talking? Shion, let's hear from you.
So for me, at least I know Alisson is going nowhere. All the back lines are going nowhere.
All right, let me just give it direct now. We have the big boys, and the contract this thing is surrounded with the big boys. We're talking about Van Dijk and Salah, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yes. We know Trent. I mean, out of these 3 players that we've mentioned, I want us to just streamline to just 3 players: VVD, Salah, and Trent. What's the percentage of any of these 3 leaving?
For VVD, I would say 1%.
I want us to break it to like 100%. 100%. Out of the 100% percentage rule.
For the 3 players,
I want you to share it.
So for VVD, I would say 5%.
Wow.
For Arnold, I would say 5%. Then the remaining, I will give it to Salah.
I don't think that's true. I mean, that's your own opinion. But for me, I think Trent is 0% chance of living. First is a Scouse.
Right.
He's the assistant captain.
Yeah.
He might probably need a better and improved contract, which is, I mean, what every
Normal.
player wants,
Yeah.
which is normal. And it's not like he's not going to get into any team if he goes out there. Like, he may not be in, but he's going to play football anywhere he goes to. So, but I don't see him leaving at all. Virgil, I would say 5% because of the age. The new guys that have come to restructure the team do not really like older players, especially Michael Edwards.
But this team needs a leader.
But
And Van Dijk have shown it
thank
over the course
you.
of the years
Thank
that he's
you.
the one that can lead this team.
Thank you.
Because we know some teams in the EPL right now that are clamoring, are lacking to
leader.
get a leader.
Chelsea.
And there's no way you want to
That-
do it
Chelsea.
in a team.
But Chelsea,
Every team.
Chelsea survive when Thiago Silva plays, but they don't survive when he doesn't.
We don't want to go there today. While they go ahead.
So Virgil
Don't
van
start
Dijk, I'll
what
say
you don't finish.
5% because I was told that Bayern are making moves. Like, I mean, they will just make the moves. You know,
They will just try.
except
They're trying
Liverpool
to try.
tells Virgil van Dijk that he's not
Don't
wanted.
want it. Yeah.
I believe those guys are waiting for Liverpool to say, okay, we are sorry, we can't sign. We want to have like an age structure within our team. So that is the only time I feel, you know, they might ask him to leave. But 5%. Salah. So Salah's contract is. So I feel Salah still has a lot of things to prove. He has a lot of records to break, and Salah is a record breaker. He also wants to break records, but not minding the fact that, I mean, we should also mind the fact that he wants money too.
Yeah.
So Liverpool, you know, having Salah, his contract would run out at the end of 2025, which is just a year. He's going to work. It's going to be a free transfer.
Yeah.
If Liverpool gets something good on Salah, something good, I mean, like £150 million, Liverpool would sell Salah. I can tell you. Salah has always stated that.
And you think the money will come this time from the Saudis? Because last
it
season...
is only from the Saudis. It won't come from
I don't
anywhere.
even think the money will come like it was last season, because this is what happened, you know. Last season, when the Saudi came for, you know, Mo Salah, it's only one team that was pushing for that deal, and it's Al Ittifaq.
Al Ittifaq, yeah.
And because they will be playing in the World Club Cup, you know, with the likes of the Manchester City of this world, the Brazilian teams like that. So they need Salah to lead that project. That is why they are bringing a lot of money, you know, from my source. You know, that is why they brought a lot of money for Salah. You know, they really want him to lead that line. You know, at least they will be able to go further. Maybe, you know, if Salah was part of the team. But right now, they don't really, because the push in Saudi right now is now low. So I don't think Liverpool might get a very good money. We're talking about maybe 70, 80 right now.
So if Liverpool sees 80, 70 for Salah, I don't think Liverpool would sell Salah. Because that guy still has got some goals in him.
Yeah,
you know, he's still going to give you, Salah will still give you 20 goals in a season. In all competition,
and,
at least.
And there's every assurance you can buy a player of 70,
80 million
and not perform.
So, I mean, in the market of today, 70, 80 million is not really something you can use to buy like a high-profile player. Not the likes of Mbappe, of course, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I'm saying Salah might not leave based on, you know, the offers we get from outside.
Yeah.
And the fact that
willing to stay as well.
Liverpool also want to have a leader, at least have his replacement in place before
selling him.
Or we might allow him work for free.
Well, that's a very fair point, anyways, because with the three players we've just mentioned, you know, Trent, you know, is live his life, you know,
all his life,
you know, with the Reds, and then talking about Van Dijk, you know, this is a Dutch manager coming in, you know, and he's also Dutch. I mean, it's just
family thing,
you know. I mean, I hope that's what we should be expecting. And then for Salah, I think he will still want to, you know, add to more of his goals, you know, to still make sure. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in 20 years? But this record that he already has is still something that
can break the record.
So I feel he might really stay in Liverpool, but we never can tell.
It pays Salah. You know why I said it pays Salah to stay?
Why?
If he stays one more season, at least till 2025,
it's going to be a free.
He will be a free agent. He has every opportunity.
But do you think Liverpool want to let that kind of player go on a very free? Because right now
Salah is 32.
He's not set. Well,
he's 32.
So that is why I'm saying,
what value would you even get for it? If not because Salah has been using himself very well, he has been, you know, exercising himself very well. You hardly see a 32-year-old perform the way Salah
he's
performs.
So why don't we sell him right now?
I mean,
If the club is, why don't the club cash out on him right now? Because I feel
so. Is the offer? Where is the offer? Are we getting? Do we have 150 for him?
PSG might break the bank because their star boy will be leaving. You know, who knows?
PSG too has changed their mentality when it comes to signing players.
They would rather
now sign younger players. They are talking about Luis Diaz, even though he's 29. I mean, 29 will still give you like 3 seasons.
Right.
You know.
Well, this is Gold Rush Football Podcast with your favorite podcaster, Olanrewaju Abodun, and I've got my guys right here. I have Sheon and Wale, and then if you are watching this, this is not a LFC TV, okay? This is not Liverpool Football Club TV, but we want to dedicate today for the Liverpool fans right here because I've been having so many requests that Larry, you don't talk about Liverpool. It's always Manchester City, Barcelona, and the likes. But no, many a time we talk about Liverpool, but it's just like that. It's the trend of what we have It is what we used to bring out this podcast. But today you have it exclusive. We have the Liverpool guys here, so we're breaking it down as we can, based on our own capability. And if you think you can do more than the guys in the studio, guys, this podcast is open for you. Send me a DM. Just tell me you want to come on the podcast. If you are anywhere around Indianapolis, even if you want to join online, we have our audio. We can do this in a very mobile way. You understand? So just send me a DM and I'll bring you on this podcast. You are welcome. If you know you can do more than these guys, because it's a lot of work right here. And then I always give my guys coming to this podcast a lot of kudos for coming with me and hanging out with me. Guys, let's move forward. There's one thing I want to ask again. When the issue between Salah and then Jogging Club happened 2-3 weeks ago, I've not had the opportunity to have you guys on this podcast. I'm so eager to know your opinion about that tantrums, that happened, and then what's your take, Sheon? Let me hear from you.
So, firstly, I would say I will talk from the coach perspective, and I will talk as a player also. If I'm Salah. So, from the coach perspective, he wants a result. He's not getting the result. What he's hoping for is not seeing it. And at that time, the player called Salah is not grinding. He's not even giving him the goals. He's missing the balls. He's missing the passes. So let me now come on the player aspect. He doesn't want to be benched. He wants to play. But at that moment, he's not in form. He's not giving the club what they need at that moment. Right. So it's just like a mixed feeling stuff. He was not happy he was on the bench. And Jogging Club was not happy too. He was taking time to get on the pitch that day. Sure. Salah was reluctant, like, you're already winning. Why do you need me in? But trying to be reluctant, Western players took the ball to us and get a goal. And Jogging Club was angry, like, if you had entered on time, if you have dressed up on time, I would have stopped the match by the referee seeing you trying to get in and maybe just let us make the substitution. But honestly, as a big player, you don't want to sit on the bench. True. You don't want to sit on the bench. Because it's just like the club is telling you they can do away without you.
Yes. Yeah, but as a big player, but this is a coach this is one of the best coach in the world with a lot of reputation. You can't just do that in a broad light. Wale,
I think this is also one of the best players in the world. Also, this is also the best player in Africa. One of the best players in the world.
Yes.
But he's not been given that 90. Even I don't want to go with 100% performance before this incident. It's been below par. So the coach we can also justify his own. We can always talk about the player not giving the coach the respect he deserves because that was totally out of it. Many a time I talk about players and coach, I don't want to go into the story of Jadon Sancho and Eric Ten Hag. That's a story for another day. But that's more than what happened because this Liverpool and then Jogging Club and then Salah, I think everything is gone right now. Unlike Sancho and ETH, So I feel the coach is the alpha and omega of this team. If you want to respect me or you want to talk, we can always talk about this in closed door, not in the broad daylight when the whole cameras are seeing it. So we are humans. I understand Salah's part of it. Definitely we got to react at some point. We can't just come out.
We can't just hold it up too sometimes.
So both of them are our beloved.
Right.
All Liverpool fans love these two guys. Jogging Club has made us believe again. Salah, has shown us that he's good. He's one of the best players that we have had after Gerrard. But the truth has to be told. They say action and reaction are equal and opposite. You know, Mo Salah took time to prepare.
Yeah.
When the goal came in, when they scored us, when they equalized us, I think it was 2-1,
2-1.
It became 2-2.
It became 2-2.
Klopp was like trying to tell him. I was asking because Mikel Antonio actually gave us because nobody has heard what happened actually, but Mikel Antonio was there and he said that he heard Klopp asking him to get ready or I'll send you back to the bench. A coach has every right to say that. You understand? Then he said, Salah said, after 7 years, like, is this what I deserve after 7 years? You know, I think it's a tale of two frustrated individuals. Coach not getting the results. Salah anger. Like Salah was angry because of his own personal form.
Right.
You know.
That's the human thing.
Yes.
Just, you know.
Salah wants to be the best. If you have noticed the kind of person he is, he wants to play. He wants to score. And he's not doing it for himself. He wants to do it for the club.
For the love of the game.
He has love for the game and for the club also.
The club, yeah.
Yes. So the two guys were frustrated. So they were not able to communicate it very well, and you can't blame anybody. The adrenaline, you know, the situation,
right,
and the form, the situation on the pitch at that time, you know, would not, you know, allow for both of them to call each other and be like, I don't like what you're doing. Yeah. But you know, they had to just. It happens. We've seen it with KDB and Guardiola.
It happens. Yeah. It happens. Guys, before we end this Klopp, Salah, Liverpool story, I want you guys to rate Jurgen Klopp's tenure in Liverpool. You know, out of 10, how would you rate Jurgen Klopp? You know, with Liverpool.
Honestly,
I think I'm giving you a very big shot, right? You know.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll give him an 8.5. I'll give him an 8.5.
You know, this is the man that has just one league trophy.
Yeah, the reason
won the Champions League.
Yeah.
And the club, you know.
I don't know why he's giving him 8.5.
Let him finish.
The reason why I'll give him an 8.5 is, first, when he came into the club,
right,
I didn't have these high expectations. But after 3 seasons, he made me personally had these high expectations that
you need to be doing more.
I need to do more. And he made me have those high expectations like I can walk into any team and defeat them in their own soil. But firstly, I was disappointed with the first final we played against Madrid. I was disappointed on that day. And I understand you can.
This is Madrid, the king of the competition.
You can expect a game like this and it goes that way. So I pardoned him for the first year. Then the second time again against that same Madrid, that was what broke me actually. I would have given him a 10. He did well, honestly. In all points, he did well because he came to so many finals. He went to the final against Sevilla. We were defeated in the Europa. I didn't really take that serious because I felt that season I didn't expect us to be in the final. It was just like we are passing. We're lucky and passing through bridges. We're escaping some things and get to the final. But the first season against Madrid, I felt okay. This is not Jurgen Klopp's fault. We used the Carus that was giving us hope that we should not sign another keeper, and he committed a foul. He committed an error and all that. But the second season against Madrid, I felt broken. Like, really, Jurgen Klopp, these your players have to do more. Let them do more. Let us win this trophy. And as a Liverpool fan, I've watched Liverpool dismantling Madrid in Gerrard's time. I've watched us dismantling Madrid.
Right. So the only part that you think is going to be 8.5 was that final he lost to Madrid back to back. You know, I mean twice, right? Not back to back.
And for the Premier League, I will not blame him.
Okay. Because there are some set of fan base that let me say the rival fans, they come out and tell us, why would you want to rate this guy higher? Just won one league trophy.
So the reason why I won't blame him,
this is a competitor and he spent a lot of money. So
the reason why I won't blame him, the last time we won it was 30 years.
Right.
So if a man can break a course of 30 years, and he's not coaching us for 10 years, he's not coaching us for 12 years. This is just 9 years. So and he has other trophies to compensate him just winning only one league title. So
Wale, how would you rate Jurgen Klopp?
For me, Jurgen Klopp is a 10 over 10, if not a 12 over 10. The reason why I said this is because I know the caliber of players that played for us in the past.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect to all these players. If you have ever put on a Liverpool jersey, we love you, you know. But I'm talking about the class of players that have played for Liverpool. I remember a certain Krigiakos. I remember a certain Jovanovic. I remember, David Nkok.
Fabio Borini, Ricky
Skiarin,
Lambert,
and
all
all these guys. We love them. You know, in their time they did, their best.
But some of these guys won Champions League now in between.
No,
No,
they did not even qualify for the Champions League.
Okay.
So, but what I'm saying in essence is, this was a man that made every player sign for Liverpool again. Luis Suarez in his interview said it was one of those reasons why some players signed for Liverpool. He wasn't lying there, but because he's a very controversial person, people will always think, oh, he's talking too much. Jurgen Klopp is the reason why we signed world-class players.
Yeah.
I can tell you. So not just that. If you don't sign World Cup players, you won't compete, in those finals that you felt we lost. Okay, so number one. Number two, look at his net spend compared to Guardiola.
He spent half of what
Guardiola spent.
Yeah.
Guardiola won 15 trophies, right? He won 8 trophies. So that is just to tell you that if the financial fair play rule was actually fair,
like it's
called,
right?
Then, or let me not say financial fair play rule. Let me say if Jurgen Klopp has been backed the way Guardiola, if he had the resources Guardiola has, he would win more trophies. Don't forget, this is a man who wanted Chomeni. He got Keita. A man who wanted Jude Bellingham got what? Endo, right? So if he had gotten all his signings, bro, I'm sure you will not say that. For me, I hope I'm not going to be emotional.
But there's an if anyway. There's an if
that
he gets those players and he doesn't.
No, these players that he failed to get, where are they now? In the Champions League final.
But sometimes a player can come to a team.
Bro.
A player can come to a team and not perform.
It's just like saying Jurgen Klopp has Messi, Neymar, Suarez, and Mbappe, and he will not win trophies. You are just kidding yourself. That is Pochettino. We are talking about Jurgen Klopp.
That's a point,
You understand? This is Jurgen Klopp. Tell me that Mbappe comes into that Man City team now, they will win the EPL for the next 4 seasons again. No matter what you do, Arsenal, Liverpool, trust me, because the team already has a base. They just need to put few additions in. So this is a man who gave us belief, who made us believe that quality players could sign for Liverpool, and he has actually been managing, the resources given to this man. It's not easy. I said something the other time. I said if Jurgen Klopp had called the owner out, he would have left Liverpool a long time ago. But for the love he has for the team, for the love he has for the club as a whole, he decided to just work with the budget. When the coach tells you he's running out of energy, you should know what it means. You can't compete with this Manchester City team if you don't have the necessary resources. You get tired. This is a man who had 99 points, 97 points, lost 1 game.
Yeah, and he didn't win.
And he still didn't win the league.
97 points. 99.
Will you not get tired?
Yeah, you might get tired though.
I could remember 2012, 2013. If you want to win the league, all you need is just 86 points. Manchester United won the league with 86 points, Liverpool 84.
Yeah.
We had 99, 97, and we still didn't win the league. We lost 1. City lost 4, and they still won the league. So this man is the best in the EPL. Trust me.
All right, this is Gold Rush Report podcast on Gold Rush Report TV, and Sheun's ratings for Jurgen Klopp is 8.5, and then Wale disagrees with that, and he's giving Jurgen Klopp, the German tactician, he's giving him 10 over 10. Anyways, guys, we hope for the best for Jurgen Klopp in his new adventure. In later years, we don't know when he's going to be back, but we hope to see him back. In football. We'll wait for that 1 year, but we hope to see him back in football because this is a man. We're talking about one of the best coaches, in world football. So respect to him. He's a man I really respect. Any day, anytime. So guys, now let's go back to your team. We roll out questions for the guys on this podcast, to pick up their flop of the season in their team. I mean, talking about we're streamlining it to Liverpool, so this might bring a little bit of, this. I mean, let me say a little bit of argument, which is what we really want, and let's see what the guys have in stock for us. So, Sheon, I'll be starting with you. Let me hear for Liverpool Football Club, let's hear the player of the season for you. Who are you giving the player of the season to?
So far.
It's just one game. No, not so far again. It's done. It's just one more game.
So far, the player of the season, I'll give to McAllister.
McAllister.
Yeah.
What about the most improved player of the season? We talk about some players last season. Liverpool signed one guy from the Fulham team last season that came and he left on loan. I can't remember his name right now. I mean, he was one of the promising guys. I mean, if he had stayed.
Fabio Carvalho.
Fabio, thank you. I mean, I really love that guy, but he did not.
He's still on loan.
He's on loan.
He has 9 goals in 14 games.
So he's on loan, and then
he's coming back.
This is the Liverpool TV. Don't let me give my own. I'm giving the guy. So we already talk about the player of the season, which Sheon said McAllister. So let's talk about the most improved player of the season and why. Just give us the reason why you're picking.
So the most improved player of the season, I'll give Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, because when he comes in as a sub, we see the differences he makes.
True.
When we need those goals, we see the difference he makes. And fine, if he starts some games, we might not really get. But when he comes in as a sub, the crosses are there and every other thing. So, yes.
Harvey Elliott, most improved player of the season. What about unsung hero? Wow, this guy. I mean, unsung hero in that team. Who are you giving it to?
So, unsung hero, I'll give to Keller. I didn't expect what he put up.
Keller.
In the absence of Alisson.
Those
the goalkeeper,
saves,
right?
Yeah,
yes.
The saves, and he didn't let us feel that we didn't have Alisson. But we know what Alisson had added, but he still stepped up his game and he showed courage and all that. So,
okay. What about the signing of the season for Liverpool? Liverpool signed. They did some good business. I mean, as an outsider, I would say good business. I don't know what the Liverpool faithfuls, will call this. They signed McAllister. They signed Endo. They also signed Soboslai, from RB Leipzig. McAllister from Brighton. Endo from
Stuttgart.
Is it Stuttgart? Yeah, from Stuttgart. So, what else am I missing?
Gravenberch,
yeah.
From Bayern.
From Bayern. And this season was when Gakpo came?
No,
last season. Oh, okay. So, who are you picking of the signing of the season?
I will still give McAllister the signing of the season.
McAllister.
Yeah, because I didn't believe we would sign that kind of player for 35 million. The work rates, he has been up and down for us. There was a time they were using him as a 4. We didn't really see his game, but when he started progressing, we know we needed a 4. So I'll still give McAllister the signing of the season.
All right. Then the last one here is, we've talked about the contracts, players that might be leaving, that might be going. I mean, there's no how in a team, every transfer, market, in every summer transfer window, there's always a player that will be going out. So which of this player in this Liverpool that you say, oh yeah, you must keep this player no matter the money which they are bringing? I want to hear your opinion. Which player do you think?
Trent Alexander-Arnold. No matter the money, no matter the offer, I don't want to see him leave.
You don't want to see him leave?
I don't want to see him leave.
Despite the fact that there's this conversation that attacking wise, this guy is very good, but his defensive duties is not something to talk about. So you still want it?
Yeah, because when you have Trent Alexander-Arnold, it makes the job easier for a number 10 player in the field. Because the supply it gives the wingers, man. If Nunes has converted those chances Arnold has given him this season, will not be where we are.
But when young Conor Bradley, came in at some point, it was decent. We are talking about two different players with the same position right now.
It was decent, but he doesn't have the same supply as Arnold. He can't play the number of games Arnold will play. He's still young. He's still learning. And
Arnold started very young too, as well.
But
he got his first Champions League. He got to the Champions League final at the age of 18 or 17.
Yeah,
then I guess, right? Was it 17 or 18? 18, right?
Arnold has that energy. So we've been using Arnold since maybe four seasons now, 5 seasons, and within for
And he
you
has
to-
a lot of years
yes,
more. You know?
And for you to have that kind of player, he's still giving you his best. When Arnold started, nobody was saying he was bad in defending. But after a while the supply was coming well, when the supply was well, and we lacked, last season was when everybody started trolling Arnold. And the reason why they were trolling Arnold was the team generally last season was poor. We don't have a 4. But I know now if you could get a 4, I know Arnold would do better.
But you had the Endo now.
So you can't-
Anderson rather.
No, so Anderson's
legs were too weak.
Anderson's legs were too weak.
Senior
now.
man, come on. All right, guys. Let me go to Wale. Wale, your player of the season.
Liverpool player of the season.
Yes, we are still, we are in Liverpool.
I would go for I'll go for Alisson.
Alisson.
Yes,
You're the goalkeeper.
the goalkeeper.
Why?
You need to see some of the saves he makes this season. Trust me, we would not be here if not for that guy. I could remember the game we won against Newcastle. He saved a shot, a point blank shot from Almiron. That would be like the best save of the season. I'm sure at the end of the season they will review the saves. Go and look at that. It was a point blank. It was a goal. He saved a goal, literally.
All right. Alisson for Wale as a player of the season. Now, what about the flop of the season? Because there's no how in every team.
You didn't ask me that.
I didn't ask you the flop of the season.
Shell should go.
All right. Okay. Let me give you.
I think okay.
Darwin Núñez is the flop of the season.
Wow.
It's the flop of the season.
100 million. 80 million.
It's the flop of the season. Because the first year we
I see you are very, very hot with Darwin.
the
would
the
you
first
use
season,
that kind of player?
when he came in.
Okay.
The first season when he came in, we
But
understand
this
it
is
was
just the second season.
the first season when he came in. The first
How many
season.
seasons do you need to prove yourself, bro?
So the first season when he came in, I read something online that he didn't really understand English. That Thiago was telling him those words in Spanish.
Yes.
So I felt, okay, I'll give you an excuse for that. And the first season, the price tag on Núñez, like 100 something, I think the price tag came on him. Like, and he was trying to prove a point that I actually worth that price tag. So now the first season went. The second season, there's no excuse. And if I could recollect, that Núñez cost us over 10 points. In the game of Crystal Palace, he did absolute nonsense. In the game against Everton, he did
What about
absolute
the
nonsense.
defender's duty as well? Are we taking away from what the defender should have done?
So there are instances.
And this is a team sport. I mean, if Núñez is not scoring, so you can't just pinpoint him, making you lose some games.
There are instances where a player might not play well, but once the attackers are well and convert their chances to goals, we will just look back and say, you just costed us that one goal. But thank God to the attackers.
We have even had to rely on one of the defenders this season to win a trophy. Van Dijk.
So,
and Núñez played that game.
So
all right.
It's no.
Yeah. So Wale, the flop of the season for you. I think I'm not sure it's going to be Núñez, right?
I don't want to say Núñez.
Right.
I don't want to say Núñez.
So what is it for you?
I've had certain moments in games where I was shocked.
Because this guy gave you some wonderful goals. He got some goals. I remember in the Europa League where he got an hat-trick or scored some wonderful goals like that.
I think the flop of the season would go to Gravenberch. For me, the reason why is because the expectation. We expected that if you're coming from Bayern, you should have some stock.
He's not been starting for Bayern Munich as well.
Yes, but when we eventually, Klopp was bringing him in.
Right.
At some point, Klopp started him. There were games that Klopp had to take him off, like maybe 15 minutes into the second half, like 10 minutes into the second half. It wasn't really, it's not about just playing football. Sometimes.
Or is it because the expectation was
when
too
your
high?
presence, there's no expectation for him. How much did we get him? You understand? So your presence has to be felt on the pitch. You don't necessarily have to score goals. Do you understand? McAllister doesn't score too much, but you know that this guy is on the pitch. So for me, I would not have used the word flop of the season, but I would say he's the one that I expected. That I didn't get much from, from all our players this season.
Flop.
Maybe I don't want to use the word flop.
All right. The most improved player of the season.
Most improved player for me would be Jarell Quansah.
Konsa.
Yes. Quansah is a gem in our hands. Trust me, if you want to buy that boy now in the market, it's close to it will be like 20-25 million.
Yeah.
Because he has the physique, the frame of a
Defender.
defender. He knows how to use the ball. I think he only made one mistake all season. One. Just one.
That was against Man U.
Against Man U. Just one mistake. You know, and it wasn't even a mistake if the goalkeeper positioned himself if the goalkeeper positioned himself, you can always everybody gives
break.
No, he
He
gave
made
the
a
ball
wrong
to
pass.
Bruno.
Yeah,
If
he
the
made a
keeper
wrong
was
pass.
in goal post, Bruno would not have run past Van Dijk and so he gave. I mean, everybody gives a wrong pass. You understand?
Yeah,
But the
he made
keeper
a
was
wrong
not
pass.
even in the goal post. You understand? So I think the boy has been solid.
So the most improved
the
player
most
for you
for me
is
for
Kwanzaa.
me is Kwanzaa.
All right, unsung hero.
Yeah, people don't really talk about what he did, but he deserves his flowers. He deserves his flowers. He has said it. Calvin Keller.
Keller, the keeper, right?
Yes, he saved us while Alisson was
He
in.
even wanted to leave, but I didn't know
He
what.
saved us.
I didn't know what
Having,
Klopp
having that
told
kind
him.
of
Yeah, I think
goalkeeper as
Klopp,
the number
Klopp
two
gave him
is a
Klopp
plus.
gave him a competition that this is your competition.
He wanted to leave,
Carabao
but,
Cup and
FA Cup.
that don't worry. I mean, see, you always have to wait for your time as a goalkeeper. You can't
Yeah.
have a world class like Alisson. You don't have to argue certain things. You can't be under Alisson and complain.
But don't you think it deserves to just move and get a better place
I
instead
mean,
of being a number two?
Yes, if he wants to play for like a club like Brentford, or
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
doesn't mind not playing in the Champions League, if he wants his stocks to go down, he can always leave. We love him. You
Right,
understand?
right.
But everybody wants to play in the Champions League. So if he waits, he will get his own opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, he will get his own time. There will be a time when even Alisson, we might not even want Alisson back again. Because at some point Keller was in form.
Yeah.
You know, but you just have to
He
wait.
made some
All right,
saves.
now let's go to the signing of the season. Wale.
No argument. It's just McAllister.
McAllister.
There's
McAllister.
I thought
There's
you,
no-
I thought
there's
you
no-
would say so.
Mark-
no, there's no argument. It's just
All right.
McAllister.
To keep this player, the player that you must keep, that you don't want to let go. He said Trent Alexander-Arnold. So which player do you think?
So Arnold, I feel
You're going for the
is
same
not.
Arnold?
I'm not going for Arnold.
Okay.
I feel Arnold might create a sweet problem for any coach. A good problem. In the sense that defensively Arnold is poor. I have to be honest with you.
Right.
I
Yeah.
see some Liverpool fans say stuff like, look at him do this, no, I've seen him just standing. Look at the goal against Everton.
Yeah.
He didn't even mark anybody. Arnold is poor. There's no two ways about it.
But what he offers attacking is...
So I feel that's why I said it's going to create a good problem for a coach, because if you have good midfielders and you know that this guy can also distribute, but he's not a natural. I mean, maybe he was. You know, he has not been playing in the midfield for 5 years or 6 years in a row. He has been a fullback.
a right back.
You understand, a right back. So if the coach knows how to utilize him, it could be a good one for the coach. But playing him from the right wing, you know, for a coach that has a defensive mind, it might not. If we have a complement, like if we have good midfielders, like we have all our midfielders available and they are fit and firing, that's going to be a problem because he will not play.
And we don't know what Arne
If
Slot
we
will be
don't
bringing
know,
up now.
we don't know.
And this is a man, we're talking about Arne Slot. This is a man
will
that
not
likes
start.
to play with the wings. I mean, the start speaks for himself. I mean, for itself, like, you know, Arne Slot likes using the wingers. It does more substitution for wingers in the game than even the out and out players.
Yeah.
So he prefers to have 4 wingers. You know, he likes to run with the flank. So, I mean, we don't know how that
If
pans
we
out,
have a
you know,
defensive
so.
midfielder with McAllister, maybe Trent could be the third person in the midfield. If he prefers Zoboslai over Zoboslai, McAllister pairing, Trent cannot play as a defensive midfielder.
No.
And playing McAllister as a defensive midfielder is like you're not playing him to his full strength.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's going to be a good problem. You know, it's a problem, but it's a good one anyways. You have him to use, but I don't see Arnold as that person. So the answer would be Virgil van Dijk.
You must keep
We still need the leadership
You must keep him.
at the back.
All right, guys. Let me know your reaction. You know, for all these player of the season, flop of the season. I mean, you can also send your own team's player of the season, the flop of the season in your own team, be it Manchester United, be it Chelsea, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Send it in the comment section and let's know your player of the season, your unsung hero in your team, the flop of the season in your team. Let's make this conversation engaging, guys.
Larry,
that's gonna be.
Sorry, I think Chelsea will have several flops. Sorry.
Well, I don't want to go there.
You be the one to
that way you know go finish.
You be the one to answer.
Anyways, guys, this is Gold Rush Football Podcast on Gold Rush Football TV, and I've been hanging out with my guys. So please, I've been sending. We've been doing this since last year, and I said we want the winner. I mean, predict the winner of the UEFA Champions League. I want you to drop the predictions in our YouTube comment sections, guys. It's just 3 weeks to the final of the UEFA Champions League, and we know the two teams that will be playing in the final.
Does it have to be the correct score?
And right now, as at the last time I checked, all the predictions went south. No one predicted Dortmund to be in the final. That's going to lead us to the conversation right now, and we'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League. Guys, it started last year. You know, we saw so many teams, so many predictions. I mean, apologies for me talking about the Champions League with Liverpool fans that are not in the Champions League.
Really?
But
I mean, we have 6.
we have
6.
Really?
Who would you talk to?
Who would you talk to?
In England.
So the fans, if you are watching this and you are listening to this on audio podcast as well, I did not. It's not my intention to talk about the Champions League with people that are not going to play. That never got involved in the Champions League.
This season,
they've been traveling from Jerusalem to Bethlehem, playing in the Europa.
Really?
I mean, but it is what it is.
6.
But they are here anyway. So let's
six.
Yeah.
Six
They might not be in the Champions League. But
Six
they
we are third in Europe.
Their say means a lot in this talk. So guys, let's go. It's going to be Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid. Borussia Dortmund.
What a final.
They were in the so-called group of death. We've been talking about this on this podcast every week. Every week, their road to the final is just something that they've been having a very terrific performance in the Champions League, which is a very outstanding performance. They choose to wear the Champions League. They choose to drop the Bundesliga clothes anytime they are coming to play in Europe. Yeah. This is a club that qualified from the so-called group of death.
Newcastle,
a group that has Newcastle,
PSG,
and AC Milan. They topped this group.
Yeah.
They topped this group. And anytime they play in the Bundesliga, you'll be like, what is going on? Teams are smashing them. They've been very disgraceful in Bundesliga. Yeah. I saw this news about, Jadon Sancho was trending, after the qualification of the final, But you guys need to watch Jadon Sancho in Bundesliga before you conclude. Anyways, that's a story for another day. So guys, Borussia Dortmund, we can't take anything away from this team. I mean, I want you guys to talk about. Let's talk about this team. I mean, they've been rubbish.
Well,
it's so-called the Bundesliga. The champion of the Bundesliga right now, we all know is Bayern Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Does that speak a lot about the Bundesliga?
Yeah, it speaks a lot. It speaks a lot. Yeah, because the last time we saw...
It speaks a lot based on the fact that Dortmund are in the final or Dortmund have been useless in the Bundesliga. So these are two things. Because the Dortmund we used to see in Champions League are the Dortmunds that run. The Dortmunds that their mentality is different. The Dortmund that give everything on the pitch. The Dortmund that covers a lot of ground in the league. But when you watch them in the Bundesliga, they are like, come on.
So, Dortmund in the Bundesliga, I'm not surprised by what they are doing in the Bundesliga. I'm not surprised them being woeful in the Bundesliga. Last season, we expected Dortmund to take the league and take the Bundesliga. But on the last day,
they lost it on the last.
On the last day, they lost it. So, their performance in the league is not a surprise to me. Any day, anytime, we've seen Dortmund bottle this. We've seen them bottle this couple of times. Often times, we expected them to just take that point from Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich will go to their stadium and take the point from them. Take the point from them. So, I'm not surprised about what they are doing in the Bundesliga. But what they are doing in the Champions League, honestly, I watched most of the Champions League. And from the group stage, I saw Dortmund came into Newcastle's home and defeated Newcastle in their so-called
St. James Park.
In St. James Park, in their so-called home. That was when I started like, maybe it's going to be a fluke. They're just going to qualify for the group stage. So from the group stage again, they went ahead again and start winning those matches. Then against Atletico Madrid, they had 2-1.
One other rubbish team in La Liga as well.
Yeah, they had 2-1. Atletico defeated them 2-1 in their home. So I was hoping that Atletico coming to Dortmund home, it would just be a draw. Atletico would just seal up their defense, but Dortmund surprised me.
The yellow wall was magnificent.
Yes, they surprised
It has
me.
been magnificent all through this course of the
They
season. And I also
surprised
had, yes, this is the time to talk about the Champions League, for the Liverpool fans. Because based on what we've been seeing, what Dortmund listen to, their anthem is the walk alone anthem, never walk alone anthem. That is what they listen to. So is it that thing they ginger them anytime they want to play Champions League? Because that is what they've been sick.
It might be
this famous song by
by
that we know Liverpool.
the Beatles.
Yes,
it
that we
might
know
be
Liverpool
because,
for.
but look at the Dortmund squad. There's this American that left Liverpool that wants to play in Germany. He went to Dortmund. Then Matthew Mills, a 35-year-old.
You're talking about Hummels, right?
Yeah, a 35-year-old player playing like he's just 28.
Well, playing like that in Champions League again, you need to watch Dortmund 30-something matches in Bundesliga. I know that he gets why.
I think they are fifth or
He
sixth
gets
on
why.
the log.
It's not
I
even
think they are
what
fifth.
they are on the log.
I think they are fifth on the log.
I don't want to say. Here's the thing, for the Bundesliga lovers, you can just try to prove me. Tell me this is not true, because Dortmund in Bundesliga, guys, this guy sucks so much.
Yeah.
This guy really sucks so much. But again, they choose to bring another performance in the Champions League. Wale, let's hear from you.
I think Sheon has said it all. They have been, woeful. It didn't start this season.
Yeah.
So they've been like that even in the days of Lewandowski. But I would say I'm shocked to see them in the final.
In the final.
Because if you look at our previous podcast, I never give them the chance.
Nobody. I've been checking the comment section that we've been having since when we started this podcast this year for the prediction. I've never seen anyone dropped chocolates of mud
Even against Atletico.
in the prediction.
Even against Atletico.
No one gave them that chance.
The hallmark of a good team in Europe is when you can go
You are very good
outside
in competition. Okay.
of your own, turf.
Yeah.
You can go away and win matches.
That is when you say these people know they play.
Yes,
at all.
as he said, when Newcastle was ready for the Champions League. I think they were the one that dampened Newcastle's hope.
Yeah, they dampened Newcastle's hope 2-0.
Do you understand? They were comfortably, beaten at St. James's Park.
Yeah.
So I never gave them the chance, and I don't think if Madrid thinks it's going to be happening the way it is happening.
We'll still talk about Madrid in a bit. Let's just still.
I don't think BVB will be a team to push over. Mind you, these guys wants to give a good farewell to Marco Reus.
Yeah.
They want to give him a good farewell.
Then Matt Hummels
too might retire at the end of the season. This might
If
be
he
the
wins.
game of their lives.
Anyways, we're talking about let's move to Real Madrid. We've talked about Bundesliga, Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, and then Real Madrid. It was looking like, when they played the semi-final, the second leg, it was looking like Bayern had everything all. That at least they were gonna, scale through and get to the finals. But for those of us that have been watching this game and that know what Real Madrid has in stock, we know. It's just one simple. They just need that simple roar to get that chance. So when they get that chance, they are ready to kill. And Madrid got their chance, and they will be playing in the Champions League final. This is why they are the king of the competition. Yeah. This is why they are being respected in Europe. We're talking about a Real Madrid side that that moment is just what they needed, and it's been happening over this.
Moment and some support,
and
right? Did you put that? Do you want to put that?
Well,
please bring it on.
Okay,
bring it on.
We're still going to talk about that.
Bring it on.
Let's not take anything away from this
performance
which Real Madrid gave. That was outstanding. Real Madrid in the Champions League final.
Okay. Yeah, I would say Thomas Tuchel sold that second leg.
How do you mean?
So at
Real Madrid won the game.
At the first leg, no. I will tell you why. At the first leg, He did something.
You might say Thomas Tuchel is, did not put the performance what needed.
So
there's nothing like.
So did I mean it. Literally, I didn't mean he collected money.
He didn't take money. He took
Okay.
decisions that affected his team.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So from the first leg, he took Sane off at maybe 70 minutes in the first leg. When they were on 2-2.
He wasn't fit. Sane wasn't fit in the
Fine.
first leg.
Sane wasn't fit in the first leg.
He was not even meant to play that first leg.
Let's go back to the second leg.
Right.
Let's go back to the second leg.
I mean, I'm
The
not taking
Madrid-
anything away
the
from the
Madrid team-
inconsistency of Leroy Sane as well.
Yeah. Let's say yes, he's inconsistent.
Can be.
But Sane has turned up since the game of Arsenal. He has turned up on the Champions League since the game of Arsenal. He has become a threat.
All right.
We saw both legs. The second leg of the Real Madrid Bayern, we saw where Real Madrid defenders were at. They could not leave their back line. The first mistake he did was take off Sane. Then the second mistake was take Kane and Musiala at 86 minutes. And you are playing with men that have movements. They can use 2 minutes movement to get 2 goals.
They can get 4.
They can get 2 goals in 2 minutes.
True.
This is Real Madrid.
True.
So, literally, he sold the game to them. And if you look at the goal Madrid scored, Rudiger was the one making an assist. So, definitely, they all left, Madrid defenders left their back line to go get a goal.
Because they were comfortable. Nobody was putting pressure.
No pressure.
Okay, now that we've talked about it, we want to talk about the game. I don't want to talk about the foolishness and stupidness of Bayern Munich in Bundesliga and also in Europe. I mean, all through the course of the season, because that's elimination sums up their performance
In the
whole season.
Yeah.
You understand? So we Bayern Munich have been neither here nor there. There have been a lot of dramas. In the last episode of this podcast, we talk about Thomas Tuchel, the board, Uli Hoeneß, and the like. So we know this Bayern Munich they are consistently inconsistent. You understand? So
consistently rubbish.
But again, into that game, he took out. I mean, he was leading at 1-0. Then he took out players. This gave Madrid what? I mean, Ancelotti did his own substitution.
Ancelotti was bringing in Brahim Diaz, Jose.
Why didn't he bring out Luka Modric?
He brought in. He brought in
Despite his age.
No, he brought in Toni
at an
Kroos.
early stage.
He brought in Toni Kroos. He took out Toni Kroos and brought in Luka Modric.
Right. So at that point, you already given Madrid that come and attack.
Yeah,
this Madrid, they will put this pressure on you. I mean, that is what they are good at. Immediately Joselu got that equalizer. I knew that's the head. That Madrid would get something. So, I mean, despite the fact that the game ended in a very controversial state, which it's been trending all this while. I mean, despite the fact that I have my own opinion. I mean, it ended in a controversial way. But for me personally, yes, it ended in a controversial way, but not in favor of Real Madrid. This is a referee and linesman error, not in favor of Real Madrid. This is different.
The question is why. So let's look at the error and analyze it.
Okay.
So what will make you blow your whistle? The law says allow play to go.
Right.
Right? Allow play to go. Continue. Then you can now take your decision. Now, why did they not blow the whistle when Rudiger was like in a position that looks like an offside position, but when they eventually checked, it was not. I mean, it was glaring for all to see, right? Why did you not blow? Because if he had blown there, then that means the game would have stopped. The guy would not have made a square pass to Joselu. There would not have been that goal. Why is it always happening to the opposition players? See, whether you like it or not, the margin between when it comes to big teams playing each other, those decisions will decide the game.
Those little.
Do you understand? Cuadrado never stepped on Sergio Ramos in one of the games. Juventus, Real Madrid. He got a red card. Salah got arm wrestled. Sergio Ramos broke his shoulder. He didn't even get a yellow card. That affected the game. Do you believe that or not?
Yes.
Maybe some people will say, oh, Liverpool could have still lost if Salah was on the pitch. I will say no. Yeah. See, whether you like it or not, I know somebody will still come out someday and tell us the truth about Real Madrid.
To your point that maybe people will say Liverpool wouldn't still have won the game if Salah was still there. It's still the same points I'm going to use, that if Bayern Munich have still, they got that equalizer, Real Madrid will still win the game.
Yeah.
These are hypothetical. These are two hypothetical things.
Because he took out the players.
But the thing is, no doubt, the game of football shouldn't be ended in a very controversial stage.
It shouldn't be.
And these errors are from the linesman and the
referee.
The referee. It started with the linesman.
It's the last
Why
linesman,
did you raise
the flag
when and the referee don't have any choice, because right now he's looking at the man don't raise flag. I got to blow.
Do you know that?
And the players, it's all over. The players stopped playing. The play stopped. Even the keeper wasn't moving.
Yeah.
After the whistle was blown, the players was not reacting, and the whistle, the keeper did not even move. So who knows? It might not even ended in the goal.
Some people said something like that happened to Madrid this season. I watched that Madrid game.
Yeah.
The referee had already blown even before the cross came in. I saw that game. So it was. So I understand what you are saying.
Right.
So the linesman raised the flag. The referee could have still ignored
the flag.
Well,
he could have ignored it.
That is what
allowed play.
That is what I said. I said
these guys
the errors, are from the linesman, and which this football, this game, a lot of money is being spent. A lot have been invested on this game.
So many errors
for this kind of game to be ending in this way.
No
doubt about that. Congratulations to Real Madrid for going to their for their 15th Champions League, if they win against Borussia Dortmund. And also, congratulations to Dortmund, for getting into the, for going to Wembley as well. So, guys, this is how we're going to end the podcast for this week.
Who takes the final? Who takes the final?
We'll still be having a lot of breakdown on
I'm rooting for Borussia
on the Champions League final. And then, you want to give us your take now on who's going to take it?
Yes.
Borussia
Dortmund for me. Because I won't support a team that gets support of the officials.
Well.
Trust me. For me.
My mind wants Dortmund.
But your head.
But it's so obvious.
That Real Madrid are winning this.
Real Madrid is winning.
Anyways, the win for Real Madrid is a win for Spain. I don't care what you guys want to say. Anyways, congratulations to Real Madrid. And that's on that note. That is how we're going to end.
Shameless Barcelona.
On that note, that's how we're going to end this podcast. I say a very big thank you to guys that have been listening, have been watching, and supporting, and the comments, the likes.
Keep
the social media activities have been very
keep liking.
I can't really, I don't really know what to say with saying
you.
thank you to you guys. Or even on TikTok, that TikTok followers and the views and likes on
that's
TikTok.
Why we are here.
It amazes me a lot. Thank you so much, and keep supporting the podcast till we meet again.